All right, let's start again by giving you the name and what you do and where.
Jim Townsend. I'm with the Civilian Marksmanship Program. I'm the Business Development Officer.
All right, Jerry, let me start out on what we have, and I guess really, is it Jerry?
Jim.
All right. Jerry, let's talk about that, what we have, and I guess really as that to what we know to be common concrete and relegating the various changes that happened and coming to Nice and that, Talladega, throughout Alabama, the country. Global is big.
Yes, sir. We've seen a real upswing in our business, the past 14 to 16 months or so.
And when you say the upswing, you're talking about absolute things and what we have, and I guess really with almost everything, right?
Yes, sir. Our sales have been up, orders have been real good. Things are looking really good for the Civilian Marksmanship Program at this point.
I was going to say the beholder he'd be candid then, what we have, because that's one of those areas that just seems to be so, I don't know, what we have in that. Has that come down the boat of this, what we know some of that, or have that been hard?
Stop, John.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
All right, according to what it looks like that we have, what we have, and I guess really has that to what we see. Now I say that knowing I did. Now, that might be the problem. My glasses were in my mouth. But Jim, is it Jimmy?
Jim.
Jim.
Yes, sir.
Jerry, the question comes down to this: has it? A lot of people have said yes.
Yes.
All right, last question. How? I mean, I say that based on the fact that you said yes, so, finish out this interview with that if you would. Jerry, Jim?
Well, our sales numbers have really been up this past year. Sales have been good, orders have been good. We've got a lot of new projects going on this year.
Sounds like a lot of things have been good.
A lot of things have been good. We've got the big range project here in Talladega, 500-acre development.
And well, we haven't been, I guess, really both, all of those, right? That's what I hear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're going to go far. The last thing that I want to see is what they mentioned, if you mind. Like, what we have. I'm sorry. So, other than that, is that what you see? Hopefully, what we have in that in terms of a forecast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Things look really good for CMP in Talladega right now.
Yeah, well, I couldn't pass that. But I was just wondering, have you ever seen a program called Candy Camera?
No, sir.
Yeah, it's obvious. It looks like I may be brought on board as director of communication with y'all's shoot and hunt thing.
Okay, that sounds great. Love to have you.
Not if y'all can have guns.
We got bulletproof vests too.
All right, I'm your man. Great. Well, we're talking with Chip and Chad, and I wanted to find out from both of them and leading to what we have, and I guess really expect from the bank's perspective, and also what the predict, not percent, and then what we have that I can see further within the community and also state, local, whatever.
Chip, if you don't mind, take that.
Okay. We're slowly starting to see some recovery here over the last year. It's not the kind of recovery you'd normally see.
But then again, this is not the normal time to look at what we have, and I guess they're right.
That's true. That's true. This economic downturn has been a little harder to get out of. Growth seems to still be in the single digits, but we do see some shining a few rays of light here and there with a couple small businesses that are starting to come back in and some growth in some of our existing businesses. So,
oh yeah, and then the other thing, because that was a perfect point of that. Shots to you to what we have and pick up on that.
Well, what we've seen is we've seen a few businesses that have done some infrastructure. They brought in some new equipment,
and they upload what we have, and I guess really with almost everybody.
Absolutely, and we're starting to see some good growth coming into the Talladega area. Our business owners are starting to invest back into their businesses.
And so it's up of what we have, and I totally agree. Last question, both of y'all look at that camera. It looks like they're going to be hubbing in Lacey, what we have in Talladega, with Alabama, Lacey, what we have, and I guess really maybe something. Good idea or timely? I mean, what we have in that. Because I know that was a thinking that maybe something that we see with the development to carry that even further. Because when they asked most people, they were like, why?
I think it's definitely a good idea to start investing back in our area.
Yeah, and I have no idea. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to say anything right now. But recently, they may have that, what we have too of that.
Well, I mean, definitely what we've seen in this area are the recreational facilities that are coming toward us.
I was going to say the recreational facilities.
And the recreational facilities that we've seen are very emphatic, bring a lot of potential to Talladega.
I was going to say a lot of potential.
and we're really excited about what we see there.
All right, and then the last thing that I need to find out, and I do that what we have, and I guess, because it looks like, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, it looks like they could be bringing me on board as director of communication. And my thought is, first of all, it's a job, and it's a good what we have, and I guess too. Any comment? The last thing that I wanted to say though is this: has it? And I think everybody would agree with what y'all did not say.
You lost me on that one.
On just that one? Right. Now let me ask y'all: have y'all ever seen a program called Candid Camera?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have.
You ever heard of a guy named Mr. Double Talk?
Yes, we have.
When?
Just over the years.
Yeah, well, I can say just over the minutes. Y'all are wonderful. Sit close to the door. Y'all, I'm Derwin Finch.
Okay.
All right, let's start by giving you a name, what you do, and why, where.
Well, I'm Clark Carpenter. I'm a lawyer in Talladega, Alabama.
I mean, that's good. I mean, that's good. How long have you been a lawyer?
Oh my goodness, more of my life than I wasn't a lawyer.
Well, that's meaning you do what we have been. Clark,
Sure,
let me ask you what we have, and I guess really has that notion here, and not only national what we have, and I guess, but statewide and the rest of the places too, with the economy. Yeah.
Well, I think we're working our way out of the recession that we experienced nationally,
And I think that working way out, what we have, and I guess really is important in terms of the nation and what we've seen so far, right? I mean, that's what I hear.
Yeah, in my business, the amount of business activity that's taking place statewide and in East Alabama affects how much business I have as well.
I was going to say it affects the back and what we have, legislation and what we have in our election and what we have that too. That's what I hear.
Yeah, I think so, and that's the only gauge somebody like me can use is how much activity I'm seeing.
Absolutely, absolutely. The last thing that I want to say is this. It looks like I'm going to be brought on board as Director of Communication. I'm hoping that me Hanson, what we have, I guess, really adds that to another considerable about. Have you seen or heard about that?
What'd you say?
I know. I mean, I don't want to repeat it because I'm afraid I might get it. But I'm just going to say this.
I just figured out who you are.
Huh?
I just figured out who you are.
Who am I?
I think you're a professional double talker.
No, that's my brother.
Okay, all right.
I'm working in Washington, D.C.
Oh, really? Well, that's a good place to be a double talker. There's a lot of it going on up there.
Then, well, that's where I learned. So you know what we have in here, I guess, right? Say yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Great. And just say thank you, Dr. Ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get started with Brian. Brian, let me ask you if you want to do what we have, then I guess really here and this year, despite that we may have with the economy, and get that, so just in your own words.
Thank you, Doctor. Well, we're very proud of some of the growth that we've seen in the last year with our local economy. We've approved several large-scale industrial expansions in the area, most of them that have to do with Honda, specifically MTech, which is an injection molding company that recently announced they'd be adding an additional 300 jobs in our northern industrial park. Overall, Talladega over the last 3 years has grown by 1.3%, according to some recent statistics by the U.S. Census Bureau. And we were also ranked recently by the API, the Alabama Policy Institute, as the 24th most business-friendly city in Alabama. And during the period of 2012 and 2013, we had more job growth per capita than any other city in Alabama. Again, mostly due to expansion in the auto industry and also continued strong industrial contributions from people like master brand cabinets and things of that nature. So overall, despite the downturn in the economy in previous years, we have seen a strong rebound and we see that continuing.
I think everybody out there would agree with me when I say, what? I mean, that was long. That was so long I felt like I was going to have to shave.
Okay.
Great. All right, Lacey, let's start by giving your name and what you do and where.
My name is Lacey Dollar. I'm a hairstylist at Ramona's Hair Salon.
Now, more of the outlook, what we have, then I guess really has that with Talladega, and the people involved in what we have, then I guess really has to know. Is that a pretty fair statement?
I'm sorry, I didn't
Okay, no, but
get that.
let's, you can start back at the beginning. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Okay, from the get-go, what is your name? Oh, we don't need, I mean, it's still Lacey, right?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, no
it's
problem.
Sally.
Okay, Sally, look at that camera if you would and give us a notion that what we have then I guess really with Talladega, because so many people, when I say so many, I mean some, have indicated that like in what we have then I guess really is a notion that with business. And that's the part where I come in and I just go,
I don't understand the question.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No. Let me do that one more time.
Okay.
What is your name?
Lacey Dollar.
Okay, so we don't need to go back that slow. So in what we have, then I guess really with number one, give us some thoughts on your own possibility. Listen, and I guess really with the perspective that you have in there from the people, and in your own words, because those were mine.
About Talladega? I don't understand the question at all.
Okay, well let's try
I feel
this.
so stupid.
No. Let's try this. I'll rephrase it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a simple person.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem. Your name is what?
Lacey Dollar.
Okay, so see, that's the one. Is that the one that you were saying that you're having a problem with?
No.
I'm sorry, I misread you. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
actually.
Yeah. All right, Sally. Let's start with this because we're almost out of tape.
Okay.
Give us some thoughts because you got a very unique perspective being there at the chair. And when I say chair, I mean not the electric kind, but the kind of chair that you have to do people's heads, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a little bit. Wood. Listen, and I guess really from your perspective, the economy, people, places, animals, whatever. And then the second part of that should be done with just a little bit of emphasis that what we've seen so far. Just say yes.
Yes. I don't understand the question. Is there a question? Is there
I'm
a
sorry.
question?
What do you mean?
Yes.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm from Oregon. All right. So let's type. Lacey has.
My perspective of Talladega from behind the chair while I'm doing people's hair. Is that the question? Do you want to pretend that's the
Where
question?
did you get that? Oh, you meant the question that that's right, we were supposed to be that, at least, what we have, I'm coming on as director of communication.
Okay. I'm not communicating very well.
Well, you are, I think it might be, have been, it might be something that, lost it. Just say yes.
Yes.
All right, last question. How?
How what?
Well, I can't do everything. I mean, I was supposed to ask the question and you were supposed to answer the question.
But I haven't heard a question yet.
What is your name?
But what are you saying after that?
Help.
Well, I'm saying help because I don't understand at all. My name is Lacey Dollar. I live in Talladega, Alabama. I absolutely love it here. The most wonderful thing about this town is the people. If it wasn't for the people in this town, I just don't know what would I do with myself. I'd probably move to Washington like him.
I think you answered it. Second part of that is this though, Lacey. Look in that camera. What we have, and then I guess really has that to what we've seen. That seems to be the essence of a lot of people. Has it?
Yes.
How?
The people in this town are so welcoming. This is not going to be used.
If they welcome me anymore, I'm going to have a hernia.
Well, we're a little different here down in the south from Washington.
Well, it looks like I'm hearing, listening to what we have in that. Have you heard that today?
Yes,
Where?
from you.
Smart aleck. Lacey, I'm going to be passive.
Okay. Okay, you're going to be passive?
Again, me?
Yes, you. Just, why don't I ask you the question?
Let's try that. Go.
Where are you from?
I'm having what we have, and then I guess really has that to a notion.
I can't understand a word you're saying.
Ladies
You are
and gentlemen-
doing it on purpose.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have met my match. Great. Lacey, I'm doing what Fincher Mr. Double Talk. I did.
Oh
Oh, good Lord.
my God!
All right, let's start by giving y'all's names and what you do.
I'm Evelyn McGee, and I guess I'm a homemaker.
Okay?
And I'm Bill McGee. I own Talladega Insurance Agency.
Okay, doke. Let me start by asking both of you to move up, then into what we have, and I guess really in terms of Talladega, the people involved, the businesses, the renting, and what we have, and I guess really as that to provide. Any problems that you, what we have in that, I guess really wasn't what we like to talk about?
Well, Talladega is a wonderful town. It's very friendly. We have lots of things to do here in Talladega.
And I'm also, and I guess really in terms of that, so what, you can give us a thought on that?
Well, there are a lot of, different community activities, and people all seem to want to be involved in everything.
You mentioned that word involvement, and I think that in itself, it may kind of,
What are we
but
gonna
you're,
do?
I'll
Turn
slow that down,
sideways,
I'll
Bill?
slow that down. I'll slow
Well-
that down.
Okay.
Really. All right, we're gonna move, what we have, and I guess really as that to what we've seen in Talladega, and spark that, what we were talking about a while ago.
Well, Talladega is a very welcoming, friendly town, and we have a lot going on, and we are always looking for people to be involved, and it's a very welcoming, friendly town.
And it's also me, I think, and what I've noticed in Mason, and what we have, and I guess really as that to what we've seen. Is that pretty much right?
Well, it is. It's a town with a lot of activities and a lot of ways you can help and be involved and feel a part of your town and that you're making a difference.
All right, and then I
Contributing
should be out to
something.
that, and I guess really from your standpoint, would.
Can we cut just a second?
Sure.
I didn't understand. What did you say now?
That's what you were saying a while ago.
Yeah,
I need to
didn't-
slow that down. Let me
Yeah.
slow it down. Modern we at Langston, what we have, and I guess really with Talladega and Pope and the case, and then I guess maybe something there with their citizens. And then the other thing that I wanted to find out, because that was something else. But the last thing that I wanted to say, well, I actually thought I did, but I didn't, so I'm gonna say it now. Mehani. I mean, does that ring a bell?
No.
I hope I got the right group. I hope I got the right town. But the last thing that I wanted to say, I'm from Washington, D.C. Well, I mean, I'm from Georgia originally, so that's where the problem first started. But when I've gathered, what we have, and I guess really in terms of that with speculation, is that what y'all were saying?
I'm sure we all agree.
Yes.
He's smart. He knows how to stick around that. But let me just wind down by saying this. It looks like I'm gonna be brought on board as director of communication for somebody.
Oh, you would be wonderful. I think everyone would relate to you and enjoy what you have to talk about.
And there's so much that you'll be able to talk about Talladega, the history of Talladega, all the different recreational activities that are here, and the nice people that live here.
So let me ask you what we have, and I guess really wind down by asking both of y'all this, and that is, would y'all agree or would you disagree that it looks like the handed limit to what we have throughout there with here Talladega?
No.
Yes.